Alright, so I want to show you guys my process for taking the reference image and turning it into a 3D character sculpt. I have my main workspace here where I'll be sculpting, and I have this secondary view where I can just see the progression of the sculpt, and down here I have my reference images. When I want to start sculpting the head, I think of the Loomis method of drawing faces. Yeah, that's the 2D method of drawing faces. I'm going to pull the jaw down, and then I'll come to the side and just make it, it looks like an egg shape. This part of the chin is going to go forward, and also from the top, we want to make it look like an egg shape, something like that. And then I'll come to the sides of the head, line project, and I'm just going to slice off the sides of the head. This is what I meant when I said the Loomis method of drawing. In the Loomis method of drawing, they cut the sides off, so that's the same thing I'm applying here. And I'll just refine this shape till I think I've gotten something I'm happy with. I'm going to smooth out this side of the face, and yeah, this guy has a massive jaw, so I'm just going to start implementing that into like the sculpt at this beginning stage. Big and broad shapes into the sculpts early on, so that we can get a better feel of sculpting this character. I'm just going to pull the chin. The chin is flat here, so I'm just going to pull this in and pull these sides out. Maybe I'll pull this side backwards, and also the same thing for here. I'll just pull this back a little bit, and then I'm going to switch to my clay shoes brush, and I'm going to just dig out where the neck will sit, just like that. And with my scrape brush, I'm just going to plane out the back of the head. And this thing came out too much, so I'll use my grab brush, pull this in, something like that. Yeah, that looks good. I think you can add in the neck right now. Yeah, something like that is fine. I think you can add in the neck. I'm going to add in another subdivided cube. And to get this option, you can just enable the extra mesh add-on, and you'll be able to get the round cube option. I'm going to go into edit mode, scale this up, and scale it on the Z axis, rotate it towards the back, something like that. And I'm going to turn on my asymmetry in sculpt mode, and I'm just going to start shaping the neck of the character. Something like that seems fine. I'll switch back to the head object with Alt Q on the keyboard, and I'll just shape the jaw from this side, from this view. I'll switch back to the neck object, and I'll keep on sculpting, keep on refining the neck. Also come to the front view and make sure to refine it from all angles. It's very important to look at the sculpt from every angle possible, so that you have the best finished result. Every angle has to look as appealing as you can get it to be. So yeah, just make sure you look at the sculpt from every angle. Okay, I think this neck is fine right now. I'm going to use a line project brush once again. I'm going to just slice off the part of the neck that I don't need, and then I'm going to refine this neck shape. Yeah, absolutely, it's okay, it's fine. And I'll go back to the head object. I'll move this chin, or I'll move this jaw inward, and I'll go back to the neck and refine the shapes I already have there. Maybe I'll pull this jaw just upward, basically. Then you can add in the ears. I'll add in another round cube. In edit mode, I'll scale this down, take it to the side. I'll just scale it from the y-axis, and yeah, I'm going to sculpt mode and just sculpting a placeholder here. I'm going to turn on X symmetry, and I'm going to symmetrize from the plus X axis to the minus X axis so that we can mirror the ear over to the other side. And I'm just going to sculpt a basic ear shape. I'll go back to edit mode and I'll rotate this. Just like that. That seems fine. Yeah. I'll come to the top of the head. I'll just smooth everything out. Like so, yeah. I think this is a good block out to we can start, refining shapes, adding more details from here. So yeah. Shape out the neck a little bit more. And I'm actually going to save this file now because not saving is very dangerous. And yeah, Control S. Just shape this from the back. Yeah, that looks fine. That's in nice. I'm going to select everything and duplicate it, and I'm going to move it to a new collection. I'm going to rename this collection 1. This will be our backup collection so that in case we don't like it, we are going to add on this one. We can always go back to the backup file and start from the block out phase again. So I'm going to come to the head object and I'm going to remesh it. 0.04, 0.03 is fine. And I'll press Ctrl R to remesh and I'll just start smoothing everything out. Once again, I'll make this jaw refined or refine that jaw shape, and I'll use my script brush actually. I'll just script the jaw. Just like so. Also smooth out the under of that jaw. There, something like that. So it's fine. I'm constantly looking at my reference just to get an idea of how, that shape is meant to be like. I'm going to select this head object and I'm just going to rotate it to match my reference. Something like that. Yeah, that seems like that's good. I'm going to go back to the edit mode of the ear. I'm just going to rotate this one and move it into place. I'll go into sculpt mode and maybe I'll just sculpt that like this. Yeah, that seems fine. Maybe I'll bring this jaw up this way. Yeah. Something like that. Now we can start adding some face features. Maybe I'll reduce the number of vertices on this head mesh. I'll remesh but with a lower value, just to reduce the number of faces. I'm doing that because it's easier to work with a low poly count when sculpting. So I'm going to mark out where the eyes are going to sit. I'll pull this in with my grab brush. I'm just going to smooth this out. And this line will be where the eyebrow will sit. And the eyes will sit somewhere in here. I'm going to smooth out this place. That's where the nose will sit. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to pull this head backward. And maybe I will pull this forehead out and up a little bit. Yeah, that's looking nice. That's looking good right now. Maybe I'll pull this chin, this part of the face out I'm looking at my reference and I'm just spotting out just the slight changes on his face. And I'm just implementing them into the sculpt. Yeah, that seems nice. I'm going to use my crease brush and just mark out this forehead. I want it to be a bit more prominent. And I'll also take my script brush and just plane out the sides of the head. At this stage now, we are done with the block out and we are planing out the face. If you have studied a little bit of anatomy, you know that or you've studied a little bit of drawing, you know that there are planes of the face, and those planes of the face can really help us when we are sculpting. So right here, I'm just like putting in just like the basic, or not even, or just some of those planes of the head, so that I can get a better feel of, dimensionality of the sculpt. So yeah, I'm going to start marking out the jaw. The chin. It sits somewhere around here. So I'll mark that out. Yeah, I'll swing out this place. Yes, I'll turn on my screencast keys so that you guys can see what impression. Right, that's looking nice. Okay, then maybe I'll pull this out. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to just remesh again so that I can have more polygons to work with. And yeah, so our eyes, or the eyes of this character, is going to sit somewhere here. And we are going to add in the nose of the character. Since we rotated the head of the character, we want to align this object with the rotation of this one. You can come here to the item and copy the rotation from this one to this one. But there is this add-on called copy attributes. You can enable it from the add-on shelf. And if I select this one and I select this one, I make this one my active object and I press Ctrl C, I'll be able to copy. Okay, sorry, I'll select this one, make the head my active object. I'll press Ctrl C and copy the rotation. So now we copy the rotation of that head object. I'm going to scale this down. I'm also going to copy the location of this guy. Copy location. I'm going to move that in the Y axis. This local Y axis. Scale this down. Maybe. Alright. So you can start sculpting the nose. The nose is just a triangular shape from the front and from the bottom. It may vary in your reference, but generally speaking, that's what the nose shape looks like. And this guy, our reference, he has like a tiny, tight nose or something. So I'll just make that, or sculpt the nose to fit the shape I'm saying. Always observing the reference to know what next to change in my sculpt. I'm going to come over here and I'll just make this flow well into the face of the character. I'm going to push this all in, and then maybe I'll bring this out, take this nose up, yeah, something like that. Now use my draw brush while holding down Control, and I'll just dig in for the nostrils. Yeah, And yeah, I'm going to drag out the nose, just like the way I see on my reference, and maybe I'll just take this up a little bit more. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. I'm going to increase my remesh resolution and just remesh them. Something like that. I'm going to symmetrize because that was looking, it wasn't symmetrical there. So I'll just symmetrize it, and yeah, I'll make this nose flow into, the face, because we are still going to merge the face and the nose object too. Just preparing it so that when we merge these objects, it can flow nicely into each other. So now I'm going to merge the nose with the head. I'll select the two of them and I'll press Ctrl G. And now the two of them are merged together. I'm going to ready mesh this whole sculpt now. 0.03 is fine. And I'll start refining the shapes. Right here, he actually has a lot of space in between those two eyes, so I'm just going to, space this outwards a little bit more. Something like that. I'll use my crease brush and I'll just mark out the size of the nose strings. Yeah, lovely. I'll start marking out this part of the eyebrow. And we can even add the eyebrow now. I'm going to Shift A, add in a mesh. I'll turn on Face Project, turn on, make it affect rotate and scale. Anytime I rotate, anytime I scale, anytime I move, it's going to snap to the face. I'm going to turn that snapping on, and if I move my object, it snaps to the face of the object, to the face of the sculpt. Scale this one down. I'll just use basic modeling to model out that eyebrow, and I'll add a solidify modifier. I have it in my quick favorites, but you can also add it from the default modifier tab. I'm going to add in another loop here, and because I want color on this eyebrow, I'm going to change my viewport shading color to attributes. So now I can come under here to object properties, viewport display, and I'm going to just bring down that color. I'm also going to change my viewport shading color here too, and I'm going to also add the mirror modifier, and I'm going to select this guy. Yeah, so you can now start refining this. Maybe I'll go to the sculpt mode and just adjust it where I like. And something like that seems fine. Okay, I want to improve this part of the cheek. I'm going to just bring this out a little bit. But yeah, I think that's just more, that shape is much more better than what we had before. This was what we had before, and after those little adjustments, this already worked, so it's just more appealing than the previous. So I'm going to use my spray brush and I'm going to plane out the size of the cheeks. I won't do that too much, just a little bit. I'll use my crease brush to define that jaw a little bit more. Now I'll just mark out in my crease brush. I'll just mark out where the eye is going to sit. So now we can add in the eyes. I'm going to add in a UV sphere. I'm just going to copy the rotation. We'll copy this location. I'll scale this down. I'll turn off my snapping. Move this to the side. Move this down, and I'll bring this out. I'll rotate it on the X by 90 degrees. And I'll also add the mirror modifier to it. I'll select the eye object and just select this first few loops. I'll go into the vertex paint mode, turn on the face selection, and I'll just color this in black. I think the eyes are sinking in a bit too much, so I'll go back to the sculpt mode of the head, and I'm going to sculpt out. I'll make out space for the eyes. I'm going to give him light colored eyes because that's what I see on my reference. And yeah, now we can go ahead to add the eyelids of the character. I'm going to remesh this character once again, and with my draw brush, I'm going to add in the eyelids. With my draw brush, I'm just adding that upper eyelid. And I'll shape it the way I see on my reference. Yeah, something like that. With my crease brush, I'll just mark out that upper eyelid. And then I'll shape that eyelid just the way I like it. And I think these eyebrows, should come down a little bit more. I'll go into the sculpt mode to shape it. I'll just bring these sides down, switch back to the head object, and just do the same. So I'm going to add the lower eyelids with the draw brush. Something like that. And I'm going to remesh everything so that I have more resolution to work with. I'm going to use my crease brush and just crease that lower eyelid. And I'll make sure that these eyelids wrap around the eyeball of the character. Very important that it wraps around the eyeball of the character. Now make this inner part of the eyelid just a little bit more pointed. So now I'm going to actually apply this mirror modifier, and I just say P, separate by the mesh parts, and origin to geometry, so that when I rotate, I can now rotate this eye is looking this way rather than just looking straight. I just rotate the eyes to look this way. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, now we can add in the mouth, and then we'll now start to clean up, everything, make everything cohesive. So the way I like to add the mouth is a very simple technique. Just use the crease brush. We are going to draw out this shape here to indicate the middle of the mouth, and one shape here to indicate where the mouth ends, where the corner of the mouth is. Then we're just going to join that, and we can already start to visualize where the mouth will sit. Before anything, I want to make sure that this mouth wraps around the teeth, because the mouth wraps around the teeth. So I'll just make it as curved as I think it should be. And the lower lips are easy to sculpt. If I just mark out the chin, you already start seeing that indication of the lower lips. The lower lips is actually quite simple to sculpt, but take this up a little bit. Maybe I'll make this wider. Bring this down, maybe, or bring everything down. I use my draw brush again on just picking the nose shoots. Yeah, and now we can sculpt the upper lip. I'll just use my crease brush while holding down Control. And now we have all the face features, and it's not really looking very nice. So it's now the points that we'll sculpt everything like cohesively. Before, we have just been sculpting one, we sculpt the eye, we sculpt the nose, we sculpt the mouth. But now we're going to be sculpting everything as a whole, making everything work together. So yeah, let's just start with the eyes, and we will also have to increase the resolution. I'll just do that now. Increase the resolution 0.01, seems fine, and we can start refining everything as a whole. So I'm just adding in some basic anatomy the way I'm seeing it on my character. I'm going to place in the nose like that. But I think once we add the mustache, I think it will look much more better once we add the mustache. I think I'll just pull this up a little bit, and I'm going to use my script brush just to define that jawline. Same thing here. Just going to add in some volume here. I'll pull this up, just adding in the left line, and I'm just adding some more volume around this side of the cheek. Not too much, just really to show an indication that there is something there. I'll refine this upper lip with the crease brush. We also want to change the shape of this forehead because it's looking weird. And yeah, we can continue. I'm going to switch to the neck object for a bit and just add some indication of just a little bit of anatomy to the neck. Something like that. Make sure I like the shapes before I go on. And I'll add in the Adam's apple, or something like that. And I'll work on the back of the head a little bit. just looking at my reference at this stage, just it's very, you have to be very keen to observe your reference so that you know what exactly to change, what exactly you need to add or change in your current scope to make it look like the reference. And just smooth everything out, and I'll increase my resolution again, and I think I'll do a final just for this recording or this tutorial, just the final pass of refinement. I'll squeeze in this eyelid. I'll come back to this eyebrow and think I'll just refine it for the last time, maybe even make this color a bit darker. And now I think it's finally time to add that mustache. Adding a round tube and copy the location into shown. Turn on asymmetry and can start sculpting the mustache. And can remesh this and start adding some strands to the mustache. I'll go back to the head object and just refine these lips a little bit more. Something like that. We will change color to brown. Change the color of these eyes actually to something darker. Shade that smooth. And yeah, looking nice, looking very, very nice. I like this one. I like how this is looking. And see, with, without. Wow, such a transformation. And now we can add in secret sauce. The hair. The hair is really going to tie in everything together. And the way I like to add hair, I'm going to use my lasso mouse brush. I'm just going to select. I don't think we are going to be sculpting the ear for this exercise because I don't spend too much time here. so we will not sculpt the ear today. So I'll just select the outline of the hair that I want to use. Yes, now that seems fine. We can always refine it if we need to. Max extract, and then I'll press OK. I'll come over here to the thickness, and I'll increase that thickness, and this offset I'll set it to 0. I'm going to copy the color from here and paste it to this one. And now you can apply that modifier. And just before you do anything else, I want to refine the shape of the hair. Okay, as in nice, I'm going to use my Sculpt brush. I'll just blend in this transition a little bit more. We'll swing it out, and I'll shape this hair to the way I think it looks nice. I'm going to turn on X symmetry, and I'll just remesh that hair, and I'll start adding a bit of hair strands. Yeah. The clay sheet brush, I'll turn on this front faces only, so that we only sculpt the faces in front, and the ones under we leave them. For something like this, I'll focus only on the front hair for now. And to add this hair in front, I'll just use the snake hook brush, and you'll just pull this out a little bit. I will need to remesh. Yeah, we can start refining that shape. Looking nice, looking very nice. I think one more thing that remains is just these folds on his forehead. So I'm just going to add it as a little bit of finishing touch. Coming to the end here. And yeah, I'm going to have to call this done for now. I have to go ahead and keep refining this, but for this recording, I'll call it done and dusted. If you followed along, I hope you got to like this stage, and I hope you learned something from watching this video. And if you have any questions, actually, you can come over to the Discord server. I'll be over there. You can ask me any questions that you have, and I will be there to answer. Come and meet me over there, and I'll answer your questions. So thank you guys for watching. Okay, actually this is okay, that's okay. And yeah, see you guys.